When Plankton sees Gary, a crazy idea pops into his head to steal him and offer him to the king. He thinks that by doing so, SpongeBob will be too busy searching for Gary to go to work at the Krusty Krab, and this will help Plankton successfully carry out his evil plan. The next day, SpongeBob finishes his shift and returns home. There, he starts looking for Gary everywhere, but he can't find him. He becomes terrified and realizes that Gary must have been kidnapped. He begins putting up posters all over the city. When he gets home, he stares at an old photo of them together and starts crying. He remembers a moment from when he was just a kid, alone at summer camp, hungry and lonely, and how Gary came to him with food. From that moment on, he loved Gary and decided to keep him forever. Back in the present, Patrick comes to visit SpongeBob after seeing the missing posters. He tells SpongeBob he knows Gary is missing. SpongeBob breaks down in tears, saying he's terrified for Gary. Suddenly, Patrick finds a poster inside Gary's box, a royal decree. When SpongeBob reads it, he realizes Gary was taken to the lost city of Atlantic City by King Poseidon, who wants to use him as a beauty product. As SpongeBob reads more about the Lost Empire, he finds out that it's ruled by King Poseidon, a cruel and selfish king. Despite how terrifying the situation is, SpongeBob insists on going there to rescue Gary. But then fear takes over, and he admits he doesn't have the courage to face the king. Patrick encourages him, telling him he's his best friend and that he'll go with him no matter what. SpongeBob smiles and the two head out together without a clear plan. Suddenly, a boat appears with the robot Otto, who's with Plankton. They offer to give them the boat, saying Otto can take them wherever they need to go. Excited, SpongeBob and Patrick jump in. Meanwhile, Plankton secretly tells Otto to take them to Atlantic City. The boat speeds off at high velocity. During the journey, Patrick talks to SpongeBob about their friendship. He tells him that even best friends can fight sometimes, but what matters is making up quickly. They argue about that and end up fighting, until Otto suddenly crashes the boat and throws them off. They apologize to each other, hug, and get back on board. Meanwhile, at the Krusty Krab, the restaurant is swamped with customers. Mr. Krabs sees that SpongeBob didn't show up for the first time ever. He tells Squidward to make the Krabby Patties, but when Squidward tries to use the grill, it breaks and flies off. The customers get angry and beat up Mr. Krabs. Back to the desert, SpongeBob and Patrick wake up on the boat. They're surprised to find they're breathing air and realize they're in a shared dream. They're thrilled by the experience. Soon, they arrive at a strange town called the Valley of Despair. The boat stops in front of a mysterious place called the Inferno Saloon. As they step off, Otto says goodbye and jumps away. Suddenly, a desert plant smacks them, and a man steps out of it, introducing himself as the Sage. He welcomes them to the city and explains that their shared dream has a purpose. He tells SpongeBob that if he accepts the challenge, he will help him find Gary. The Sage gives them a magical coin, saying it will give them courage when they need it most, and tells them to enter the saloon. Inside, the place seems empty, but suddenly terrifying. Ghost-like figures appear. SpongeBob and Patrick are scared to death, until the Sage returns and explains that these aren't real people, but lost souls trapped in the saloon. He tells them the only way to free these souls is to defeat the ghost leader known as Diablo, who is on his way right now. The Sage vanishes, and Diablo enters, sending fear through everyone. SpongeBob and Patrick are locked in a cage and taken to Diablo's office. Diablo asks how they got into his saloon and shoots lasers from his eyes to intimidate them. The two escape from the cage and run in panic, heading toward the window. SpongeBob tries to use the courage coin to scare Diablo, but Diablo just mocks him. By accident, they pull open the curtains and sunlight floods in, burning Diablo. Without even realizing it, they keep playing with the curtains, and the sunlight continues burning him until he's completely destroyed. They return to the saloon, where the freed souls thank them for breaking Diablo's curse. But then, Diablo transforms into a monstrous form and starts chasing them again. They flee and jump into the boat with Otto, who speeds off just in time to escape. SpongeBob and Patrick suddenly wake up from the dream. The Sage appears again, saying he'll help them. He opens a magical window through which they can see Gary. Their hearts break when they see King Poseidon treating Gary with cruelty. They scream and call out to him. But their cries go unheard.